see, and this is where we talk about. This is where you find out about those special items. Like this guy wants deodorant. If I give him deodorant, he will be happy. I'll go talk to this guy. He wants hot sauce or something like that. You know, anything's. Presumably the food here is getting to be a little shit, so. You know, with enough hot sauce, just about anything's edible. Depending on the texture, I suppose, at least personally for me. So let's see. Let's highlight all the items we want to dump into the store. Don't want any of this. I'll keep the hammer. Presumably I'll be able to get an archery set or a bow and arrow or something at some point. So, see, this is another special item. I presume the nerd character. There's going to be some super nerd or something that really wants to reread these. So got an extra handgun. Bunch of 38s. Pretty good. Getting a small supply of 38 ammo. Need to build it up to maybe 30-40 rounds before I can build the firing range. Basically, that's useful. What you do is you take your, you can take your characters and have them spend the day at the firing range and get free bonuses to marksmanship or ranged attack, which is nice. Other things of note, there are certain tool items in here like the claw hammer, the crowbar, presumably the pipe wrench, that are required for construction. So you can have them in your inventory, but if they're not in the store, they don't count. So they're usually common enough that it's not a problem. It was the first time. It took me a little bit to figure that out. So, little Australian Army hat badge. Reminds me a little bit of my time in Australia. It's probably probably a backer added item. I wonder where that came from. They've got pretty cool hats in the Australian Army. I don't know if you've seen them, but they still do the sort of drill sergeant hat that's turned up on one side, I guess, so you don't knock it over when you're doing rifle drills. Alright, we got 2 hours to finish, so finish preparing the refrigerator. So we'll go ahead and finish the day out. We're done. A little bit about jobs while I'm here. You know, this lady, she's PTSD. She's a mess. She's not useful to anybody right now. I've been talking to her every day. Presumably at some point she'll come around and be, start pulling her weight. Right now she's just eating food and moping. Go ahead and add Anita to the party for tomorrow, because we may want to beef up the combat. I'm going to assume that a fuel station is going to be a pretty hot for other scavengers. Dealing with humans so far has been the hardest part of the game. Zombies, you take them on. By the time you get to 3 or 4, they start to become, kind of problematic. But, you saw how I kind of wiped the floor with them earlier. When I have Anita, it's just like one hit, down, done, problem solved. Loot their corpse and move on. So we have one guy we rescued. He's sick, so he's going to be out of commission for a little while longer. And here's where you find out how long you've been. No, I take that back. That's how long. Day 11 at 8 o'clock he'll be alright. So that's going to be in about 3 days from now. So we'll say we're about day 9 or 10. So let's see. What do we want Davis to do tomorrow? We can have him work as a machinist, but he doesn't really have the skills. We don't really have the equipment. We can build some Molotovs, but I'm not going to waste fuel on that or parts. Chicken coop. I want to build the chicken coop. It'll eat all my parts. Well, let's check back in the morning to see where we're at with parts and skills. Maybe I picked up enough experience today to, boost that survival skill. Let me make sure I wouldn't talk to this lady. I don't think I did, because I started the game at 8 a.m. No, she's still out of it. So let's sleep, move on to the next day. Alright, end of day summary. Morale's been going up. We found a whole bunch of fun little items, things like that. We found a new ally that makes people happy. Leadership bonus gives you a little kick there. I assigned one guy who's otherwise useless to us to be a custodian. Mopping the floors and whatnot gives you a small bonus if they're not doing anything else useful that day. The toilets work. That makes people happy. I've done the latrine thing. I can totally reason with that. You know, 3 boards over an 8-foot deep hole. Not a lot of fun. So we've got a well working that gives us a little bit of food bonus. It also gives us a morale bonus. Penalties. Okay. Lady that wasn't talking to us was what we would call disgruntled. We've got somebody that's really unhappy here, so they're giving us a little bit of a big hit. You lose morale every day, even though they're in a good mood. You just lose less. This is the generator I was talking about. We got 3 days worth of fuel left, using about 4 gallons a day. Haven't used any antibiotics because we don't have anybody that's infected. I hope to keep it that way for the duration of the game, if not for at least as long as possible. So this is how much food we ate. That's how much food we have left. We've got a good 10-day supply worth of food. That's good. Once I get the garden going, that'll give us about a day's supply, slightly less than a day's supply per week, so that'll help. So, alright, beginning of day 1. Oh, look, she wants to talk to us now. What do I do? You can be a dick, or you can be nice to people. Generally, I prefer to be nice to people, not only, you know, I try to think of myself as a decent human being. There's no reason to shit on this lady in kind of a time of need, but it's also better mechanics-wise. You know, you're nice to people, they like you better, they have higher morale, the shelter keeps trucking along nice and smooth, so. Alright, I'm going to make her a counselor, it looks, so. You can see that being useful. Alright. Said she goes to the cafeteria, but all she really did was just walk out here and hang out on the second floor like she always does. What would she like? Alright. Question. Let's find out some more about this lady. Feeling better? Yes. She's a stewardess. Why should she know how to fly a plane? I wouldn't know. Alright, let's take a look at our allies. Let's see who's unhappy here. Elaine is unhappy. Max is unhappy, but he's sick, so I don't think we can talk to him. Let's go see if I can't find him. See what he wants. Maybe I can bribe him. Let's see. Doug is okay. Davis is happy. Max, okay. So let's go back to our little supply closet, find that deodorant. Go give it to her. Get her feeling better. Keep her morale from dropping a little bit more. Alright. Deodorant. You know, I've raided 2 pharmacies and I didn't find a single goddamn stick of deodorant. I don't know what kind of pharmacies they got in this little shitbox town in Texas, but, I mean, come on. I have some deodorant here. Glad to help. Let's see how she feels now. She's still unhappy, but that'll probably change. Let's go take a look at the job board, see what we got going on here. Oh yeah. Didn't pick up any skills. My understanding of the experience system, you don't necessarily get points for killing zombies and breaking shit. You get points for surviving. So every so often you get a couple of skill points. Every 8 skill points I think you get a stat point. So it's a long, slow creep. You can't just go out and bash zombies and grind your way into success. So since it's going to be a little while, we're going to get Davis started on the chicken coop. Yes, let's start this upgrade. 24 hours. Now the question is, where do chickens come from? That's a very good question. I presume that they're out there somewhere. Well, Elaine's useless. What can she do? Hospitality. Yeah, let's make some... Can he work? Yes, he can. So by the end of the day, we'll have a fully functioning chicken coop and no parts. So 2 priorities at this point are going to be... No, we don't want to skip time. Let's see where we're at. Nobody's really sick, so there's no point, and I don't have an infirmary yet, so there's no point in the medic hanging out here unless I got you know, fences to prepare or stuff to build. So let's go check out. Let's do our little quick save. Let's go check out the truck stop, see what we can find. Maybe if we're lucky, a lumber truck is stuck there. It doesn't even have to be a lumber truck. I'll take a logging truck. Do they log in this part of Texas? Looks kind of flat and empty. I'm going to assume no. I haven't been through Texas in a long time. Alright, yeah. One zombie. Let's get a feel for what's going on here. Presumably it's a gas generator, so even if these trucks had fuel, it probably wouldn't be that useful. Yep, here we go. Let's run up here. Alright. Semi. Pathfinding again. Just walk up next to it. Can't move to target. Okay. Can anybody move to target? What the hell's going on here? Let's move to the other side. That's annoying. Nope. Well, I guess we'll just have to leave that one be. Got some dip and some Twinkies. Some food, some morale boosting, nothing wrong there. Let's go check out this dumpster. Rotten fruit, like I said, maybe we'll get that still. I really wish they didn't put that in there. Might be useless, might be not. Maybe you can use them to make bombs or something. Okay. Now let me showcase Anita here. She is the combat monster I was referring to. So let's get up here. Save scum and alright, Anita, go kill. Just woke up. 100% 2-hit, and she has a bonus to crits, so boom, done. That's what a lot of the zombies are here. You just walk up, hit them with the hammer until they fall down. And they're not very smart or aware. They just kind of are. If they get on you, you know, they can cause a lot of damage, but let's see. Another one. Boom, done. She has water purification tablets. Good to know. Let's check out the dumpster. You can occasionally find useful. Yeah, there you go, parts. We'll take some more of that moldy fruit. Maybe you can make a penicillin farm or something. Maybe this guy's got a gun on him if we're lucky. Be careful. Nope, nothing. And some codeine pills. This is rural Texas. I don't know if it's anything like rural West Virginia or rural Kentucky, but you'd think truckers down here would be loaded down with all kinds of drugs. You know, Percocet, Vicodin, Oxycodone, Oxycontin, you name it. And not to mention methamphetamine, Jesus Christ. There we go. Another one. THC, if you hadn't figured out, is the 2-hit chance I was referring to. I'll give you a closer look here in a second. Why do these guys have arrows in them? Somebody's been going around plugging all these zombies with arrows. I found like 10 or 15. Gallon of gas, that's good. Alright, what else we got around the outside? I think there was another zombie over here. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's just walk up behind. And doesn't even know what hit him. Ooh, parts. Good.